Hello, welcome to the video on how to upload e-editions into Town News. Um, this is pertaining to Wick Communications. Let's first start with the files that we normally get, usually broken into sections by A and B. Here's an example of A, also example of B. First thing you need to do is export the PDF by individual pages. You can do that by just simply clicking and dragging them all over into your desktop. That one I just dragged is right here. After you drag them all over, you need to rename them. Town News has a very specific naming convention. So this one would be the first page of the B section, so it would be labeled B01. I went ahead beforehand and labeled all of them A 1 through 8 and B 1 through 4, just to save some time. After you do that, first thing you need to do is go into Blox. For this example, we are using the Benson News newspaper. You'll click down here on editorial and then e-editions. From here we will do new e-editions. Now the first thing we need to do is we select the e-edition. These will be different for each site. For Benson, they are just called e-edition. When we click on that, it gives us a warning that no files are located in a specific path. This path is where we need to upload those files that I just renamed on my desktop. We do that in the FTP. So if we open our FTP here, I have preloaded the Benson Feeds FTP. Now keep in mind every site has a different FTP for their apps and for the feeds. E-editions always go in the feeds FTP. If you do not have access or don't know how to log into your particular site's feeds FTP, get in contact with us and we'll set you up with that. But if we click on that, we'll see here in the warning that we got that no file. This right here is looking for files in the data feeds e-edition _ e-edition directory. So the FTP feeds is what we're in right there, and the e-edition _ e-edition is right here. When we click in there, you'll see that it's empty, hence the warning we got. So if we click OK here, if we take all of our files that we separated from the larger files and then renamed and put them into here, give it a second to upload. Now usually by leaving this window open, it won't recognize anything in the folder. So if you get out of it and select it again, you can title it whatever you want. A lot of people title it by the date. We'll just put July 2016 in here. Publication date, again, if you leave it as is, it defaults to the current date and time. Again, the publication are in e-editions, and you'll see that this time we don't get a warning. We get all the files pulled in, alphabetized by file name from that folder we just uploaded here into FTP. You can also see the folder here in the FTP has those files in it. If we click continue, you'll see here that it says your publication has been scheduled and should begin processing within the next 5 minutes. Before we finish, I just want to go back and mention that when you create a new e-edition, the title shouldn't actually be today's date or the day that you are uploading the e-edition, but should be the title of the e-edition date. So if you're putting up an e-edition on the 21st, but the edition's publication is the 22nd, you should title it July 22nd, 2016. So with that said, thanks again for watching this video. Now that we've created new e-editions, let's go ahead and look in on how to edit them. When you have your publications listing in the e-edition section here. If you click on one, highlight it, you can either hit the edit button here or double click on it. It'll bring up the information details about that particular e-edition. You can go over here to miscellaneous. You can select do not publish. It'll keep it from publishing. Or you can archive the e-edition by putting in a specific date and time here, or you can delete it with a specific date and time here. Once you do that and they hit those date and times, they will either archive or delete. Now, once they delete, you can come over here on the left and you can search e-editions by deleted assets only. They currently do not have any deleted ones, but this is where you would find them. Once they are deleted or archived, you can pull them back up live by going into them and reversing the information you put in here.